Hey everybody, welcome back. It's episode 22 of the Common Woman Podcast.
Yay!
We're back.
Thank you for clapping, Mike, because that slap on the leg was
I
just
had
not
my phone.
it.
I'm sorry, I had my phone in my hand.
Okay, that wasn't
I didn't
it.
have anywhere to put it. It just didn't work out.
Well, you put it
time.
every week.
Early.
I didn't want to. Mel
right.
coming with the spice today.
Sorry,
Word.
it's the ginger tea.
Anyway, I am your host, Cortnie. I'm joined by the lovely tea drinking.
Oh, usually
forgot
keep
your
going.
name?
She usually keeps going, so I was waiting. I was like waiting for
Oh, you needed more?
bestie. I was waiting for all
My
of that.
bestie.
Melissa.
Oh,
She saw me short after I came at her for the phone.
Sorry. That's right.
mm.
We're also joined by the amazing, handsome Puerto Rican prince.
See, I was waiting for all that.
Hey. Don't hate.
The
don't
Puerto
hate.
Rican princess to my left and the Puerto Rican prince to my right. Babe is in the house. And we also have our wonderful friend Maya in the background chilling with us.
In
Hi,
the
Maya.
studio audience.
The studio audience.
Chomping down on some chocolate covered pretzels. Get them, girl.
Yes, they are good though. They are really good. Now we're happy to be back here on this Friday evening. It's almost fall. Like, what is happening? Summer went way too fast. I'm not happy about this.
I'm like sad and happy at the same time.
Why are you happy?
Because I have the cutest leather jacket and booties that I want to wear.
No, she's been talking about this
That's
leather
number
jacket.
I'm
weeks.
saying it's so cute.
She's got
And
like 5 million of them.
and I spent so much money this summer that I need to stay the fuck home sitting in this jacket and those
Girl.
booties and pay off some shit.
Girl.
So I went for broke, like
Word.
really broke.
Word.
Oh,
Yeah, it's rough. It was rough.
trying
this
not to
summer.
acknowledge it because I get really stressed.
But that's good though. You had a good time, right?
I had a great time.
It was a great summer. Back to school for everybody. Nuts.
Ugh.
Nuts.
The commute and the parking.
That's the thing that I'm not looking forward to is the traffic, because the traffic this last week has been so amazing because everyone's on vacation.
Parking
or
in my
whatever.
hood is gonna be a bitch.
Yeah.
Really?
That's gonna
Oh,
be-
you have a
Yeah.
school right by you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bad enough already out that way, right?
Yeah, you can never find. Is it like by a certain time, like it's impossible to find parking, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I want to
don't
say
miss that.
like on weekdays it's like after 8:39 it's hard. And then weekends is up and down. Like sometimes if I leave here like around like 12, I might be screwed
Oh my god.
by the time I get over
You
there.
have
But
to
that's
drive around in
sometimes.
circles for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
It used to be like that in our old hood. We used to live in Corona, and oh my god, when I was in school, I used to come home and
Well,
have
you
to
guys
drive
were
around
worse.
for like an hour.
Yeah,
2
that's
hours.
worse. At least mine there's no alternate
Oh, okay.
size, but if I park by the school I just have to make sure I'm out by 7, but I leave by 7 anyway for work. But yeah.
You can't throw it in the back.
There's a back.
There is a back. I try not to, because if I do, I have to get up really early because I block the garage, and some people use their garage and some people block it. So I might block someone from coming out. So it's just
The struggle.
yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass.
Well, today's a different Friday because we're not drinking one of Babe's spectacular drinks. We're just keeping it basic with
Babe
some
was
wine.
mad lazy today.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
damn.
coming
Is
for
that
all
what
of us.
happened?
She's coming hard
She's
today.
coming for
Is
all of us.
that what
today.
happened?
Go.
We went back to our basic wine.
No,
I'm laughing because we're saying basic. Delta, grimy airline.
I saw
So,
your Twitter post.
Did you see my Twitter? I went crazy
Did
Like, we're
on
so
Delta.
sorry.
It was just not enough. But anyway, the way that they have it in order, it's like, okay, first class goes first, then it's sky priority, then it's something else, then it's comfort plus, then it's main cabin 1, main cabin 2, main cabin 3, and basic.
Or broke ass.
Did you just call me basic?
The broke ass.
I
three
said no.
passengers.
They did not label, and I'm gonna say us because the bitch had a basic
You
ticket.
don't even have seat
Fuck
numbers.
you calling me a basic bitch, you know? I was psyched
Like, I'm
as
offended,
hell.
Delta. Y'all should give me
Yes.
an upgrade just for
So
that.
what was funny was we had gotten an upgrade because of the the craziness that went on with the airline. Going there, I was Comfort. Now, Comfort goes in early. Yeah. And I was in the front of the plane, so you couldn't tell me nothing. When I tell you, you would have thought I had Gucci and Prada from head to toe, bitch. You couldn't tell me a fucking lick. I was in the front, like
pictures too. She had mad room in front of her. She was the first one.
I was FaceTiming people. Y'all gotta see this shit.
Look at me,
To then go back to basic bitch on the way home. It was just not a good experience.
Boo.
It was rough.
But you know what messes me up with Delta Airlines? They have all these different classifications. Like you think you're gonna be like really separate from everybody else. There's just like a little mesh thing right behind your head.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you are exactly like everybody else. You have the same amount of room as everybody else, unless you priority like you was in the front
first
row.
class lays down.
Oh, it does?
Okay. Yeah, first class lays down.
Yeah,
Comfort reclined.
Oh.
And then broke ass, you just have a milk crate.
You just gotta sit right where you are.
And a bitch was just sitting
on those little lawn chairs and shit.
And I was fascinated by the guy next to me because I must have peed 4 times on this flight.
He was probably
He drank the same. No, I was in the aisle.
Oh,
I always have to do aisle because I
good.
pee all the time.
Yeah.
But I got up like 4 times. This man had the same amount of drinks that I did and never got up.
He was like, I'm not doing it.
What's wrong with his bladder? Do I need to Kegel? Like, what am I doing wrong in my life?
I can hold it longer because he's
I need
like
to
that.
Kegel, right, Maya?
I feel like
Maya's like, yeah, girl.
That's what it is. You got no control, woman.
I got no.
Me.
I was like, I might have to pee. Let me go. I just would get up.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting up on the plane too much.
Apparently, but you know, I still blame it on my parents. Living there for too long with 60-year-olds that pee all day. I was like, well, maybe I have to pee, and I just kept peeing. Now they have to pee before leaving anywhere. So now I have to pee before leaving anywhere. So if I leave ahead of time, I have psyched myself into believing I have to pee, and then I'll go pee and it'll be hardly anything. I'm like, what was that?
Psychological.
I have an illness, and I think I need hypnosis to help me through the process.
Oh man, it gets rough. It really gets rough.
It's crazy.
Well, we have a new segment. I'm excited. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey.
Advice from the common women.
We have to get our tunes together.
I know, because this.
We're gonna do this.
Y'all screamed on me for mine.
You what?
I had nice tunes, but y'all screamed on me for mine.
What are you talking about? What tunes did you have?
I had the clap. I had the no, I didn't have the clap. I had the clap. She's still thinking about it.
Wait a minute.
Boo.
Old man.
I'm gonna boo you for that.
Joke.
I was like, he didn't really say that.
Yeah, but ours are better because we sing.
We gotta create it. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah. So we have a phone line now.
Yes.
Go,
yes,
girl.
we have a phone line. But one of our listeners reached out to us and had a story to tell us and wanted some advice. So of course we wanted to turn it into a segment. And so her story was kind of crazy. I feel bad because she had her birthday recently, and she planned this cabin trip. You hot already?
I had that tea. No. I had some ginger tea, which was not the move.
I'm hot and I'm not having tea. But anyway,
go ahead.
So she planned a cabin trip, a camping trip with her friends, and it was like 3 hours away from where she lives, something like that. And she had arranged for 2 of her friends to be drivers for everybody. There was like 15 people going. So she had told everybody, y'all got to be here at a certain time. The first driver showed up. You know, all the people came, and the first driver came on time. But the second driver, they're waiting. Hours and hours go by. She still never showed up. So they had to get going because they had plans once they got there. So they ended up getting a ride. Meanwhile, the girl whose birthday it was calling the friend that was supposed to be the driver, and no answer. Finally, the girl decides to call her, and she's like, hey, what's up? She's like, what's up? Where are you? Like, what's good? So the girl was like, oh, I overslept. Like, no big deal. So whatever happens.
So we didn't care enough to put an alarm.
Right.
Okay, continue.
Right. And like, you mean to tell me the phone rang 20 times? You didn't hear me? You didn't hear the phone?
This was a whole event.
20 times.
A whole birthday.
Event. Like, planned out ahead of time.
Event.
Paid for cabin rooms.
Friend.
Right. Friends.
Go ahead.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
So they get to the place. There was like, I forgot what she said, a river tour or some kind of excursion that they had planned. And the girl ends up showing up. And when she gets there, she has the nerve to rush everyone. I'm adding in little adjectives. She didn't say that she had a nerve, but you know, in my head, I'm like, this chick had the nerve to rush everybody because she wanted to get back to the cabin or whatever. So the girl whose birthday it was like, no, you gotta wait like everybody else, and we'll, you know, when we're done, we'll go over to the cabin together. So she decided that she wasn't gonna wait. She just goes home and leaves everybody.
Hater.
And it's like messed up because she paid for the room already. So it's like, what are you doing? And like, why? Okay. So anyway, our listener wanted advice about that because the girl who left and who was late for the birthday party decides to blame it on her and be like mad at her because she wouldn't like let her, I don't know, go to the cabin or whatever.
I need to know if things happened before this event. Did you guys have any issues prior to this event that made her go into the situation feeling away? Or was there nothing and she's just bugging out?
Well, she said she's had, they've been friends for 4 years and she's had shady behavior before.
She's a hater.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I think she's a hater.
I feel like that's characteristic selfish tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
When you make it about yourself, especially when it's a big event, like for your friend or whatever, when it's like something special, like a birthday
excursion, like how do you just not show up and you're a driver?
Yeah. And
you didn't have to be a driver. You could have said no.
And that to me shows that it was intentional because you knew that your role was vital to getting everybody there or getting at least half of the people there. So you chose that moment to be like, I overslept and not respond to 20 phone calls. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like she, one, was probably jealous, hating, and two, she wanted to do something purposely to sabotage that for her. So that's just I mean, we don't have all the details. So, but just from I forgot one major piece of it. So later on, she posted on Instagram this whole big post about friends and like how she feels like now she, you know, God is taking friends away that aren't like there for her. And like my girls showed me
because you're shitty.
When I wasn't exactly like my girls showed me that they're not there for me kind of thing when I was stranded and there was nobody around and they chose to treat me like
where was she stranded?
I guess at the camp place.
At the cabin that she drove to?
Yeah.
And then drove her ass back home?
Yeah.
Stranded?
Yeah.
Oh,
but she chose not to participate in the activity. So how are you gonna
How are you stranded if you drove there? Stranded to me means they left your ass out there in the woods.
Exactly. You weren't stranded. You had what you needed. You had transportation, GPS. I feel like but I feel like honestly, to our listener, if you're even thinking like you need advice about this, if you're feeling a type of way, that's for a reason, and just listen to that. Like, I'm sure that inside you feel a way about this person. You've seen shady behavior in the past from her.
Yeah, if you've seen her be shady on multiple occasions, then this just sounds like that's just who you're dealing with. If this was like a one-time weird thing and it's out of character, then have a conversation.
Right.
But if it's not worth salvaging, throw her back in the water.
And I'm sorry, but I feel like it's a major character flaw, especially if you're a friend of mine, to go on social media and just say a whole bunch of craziness if you haven't said anything to me. That's super immature, super petty. And you don't need anybody like that in your life. You know, be there. Stick with the people who are going to celebrate you and who are going to support you and who aren't going to try to sabotage your day. Because I know what that's like. You know, I got rid of that. I got rid of that.
You caught that, right?
I catch it every time. Every time.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I think everybody does.
So I think the common woman consensus is we're like, drop that hoe.
Oh. Whoa. I just said throw it back in the water. Go ahead, Cortnie.
Sorry, I'm a little touchy on that subject.
Drop that hoe. I didn't expect it. She catches me out.
Like
she surprises me sometimes.
You know. Yeah, so that's it for our segment. If you guys would like to get advice from us, not that we're experts on anything, but like if you would like to hear our silly opinion or whatever, weigh in on something going on.
We got some good opinions, girl.
You're right.
We selling us short.
Me too. You're right.
You know?
You're right. But if you if you would like for our opinion on anything, just give us a call. We liked getting the voicemail message. That was pretty dope. So, give us a call. The number.
Wow.
I didn't know what she was looking at me.
I'll give the number at the end of the podcast. How about that? But it's also on our Instagram page. Or you could DM us, whatever. Email, whatever.
Only episode 22.
Whatever. I need to memorize this phone number.
It's 929.
Something, yeah.
Something.
929 something.
Y'all got that out there?
We're going to have to put it on like a piece of paper and hang it around somewhere.
Well, now I feel like I have to say it. I'm not happy that we don't know this.
Yeah.
But it's taking me really long to get
But
to it.
either way, we'll...
929-260-0268.
Yeah, and we'll repeat it again at the end of the podcast. Okay. Today, episode 22, we are talking about, are you really ready to be in a relationship, or do you just want somebody there? And also baggage. 2 random topics.
But they go together.
They kind of do, right?
Yeah.
They do.
If you haven't worked through your baggage, you're not going to be ready.
Ooh. Dropping the knowledge.
common sense, but
that felt real deep for some reason.
Cortnie is such a good hype man. I swear she is, yo.
Yeah, there's different kind of oh wait, no, we're not on baggage yet. But
we'll talk about it. We'll intertwine it. It's all good.
Yeah. There's different kinds of baggage. There's kids. Kids can be baggage.
Yeah.
Coming into a relationship with
I don't date some guys.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh,
you never know.
Multiple.
You don't date multiple what?
With multiple children.
That's
a lie.
¿Por qué?
I'm just gonna leave it.
Does it matter if it's with the same woman or different women?
All right. If you were like married or something, you have like 2 with one woman, I can understand that.
Because you never know, it could work out. Because we actually know someone who dated someone who had like about like 6 kids prior to her, and they got married, and they're all one big happy family.
6 from the same chick though?
Yeah. All from the same woman. Because it's like I can respect that. Like,
yeah, if it's from the same person.
Yeah.
Like if you tell me it's 6 from different moms.
No judgment.
You need to clip that at this point.
6 is a lie.
What?
Because then you're dealing with
Dude
6
is
baby
fertile,
mothers.
yo.
What if they have a good relationship with all of the baby moms, but there's 6 different mothers?
How old are they? How far apart are they? That's the next question.
Can you imagine
if it's
if
like
they both
2,
have
4, 6?
Yeah, like two kids with the same age. Like I don't know.
You gotta look at that
That
too.
looks a little shady.
I don't.
Got you nervous now, huh?
No, I can't really
You never
get
know.
with it. I can't really get with
You
it.
might find that dude and like, oh my god, he's the best, and he's got like 10 kids.
I won't be that person saying he's the best and he has 10 kids. I won't
You
be that
won't
person.
get that far.
I won't get that far. No, I'm telling you, I won't get that far. Yes. That's too much.
Yeah,
that's 10 college tuitions. Where do me and my child fit? Am I having a child?
So it's the financial burden that concerns you?
That's like one of the most things. Yeah.
It's
the financial burden and the baby moms, though. It's the financial burden and the baby mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I think it would be the baby mom worse than because if dude has a good job, then you're straight. But if the baby's mom will never go away.
I mean, they sometimes do.
That's true.
But yeah. I mean, there's a lot of.
I've been struggling with it because obviously with my age group, and I meet men with kids, and I struggle with it. I do. I struggle with it. I'm like, you have how many? Oh God, I don't know. I don't know if that's really for me. Like, how does that work?
Do you think that everyone
time wise too?
What?
time spent together. There's just so much.
You gotta share your time.
There's so much incorporated with it, and I just feel like, damn, like I come with
nothing,
none of that. I mean, obviously, I'm sure I have other baggage, but I don't come with that. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Sorry, I was trying to get to the poll results because I had conducted a poll. Oh, here it is. Do you carry a lot of baggage? 40% said yes, a whole van full, or nah, just 1 or 2 bags was 60%. So most people claim they don't carry a lot of baggage. I don't believe y'all.
Yeah, I think everybody carries something.
We all got
some what's funny is that I knew, okay. I thought I worked through a majority of my baggage. But people keep pointing out my baggage. And so I'm like, all right, well, maybe I didn't finish everything I thought
emptying
that
out
I had.
that bag.
Maybe I took a break and forgot about that. So I still got some.
I didn't see that bag behind the other one, right?
You know what's funny too? I'll be like, I thought I worked through that.
But you know what? You could have different types of bags too. You could have the bag with emotional baggage. You could have the bag with trust issues. You could have the bag with health problems. You know, all that stuff can be a burden for somebody else. You know,
that's true.
So maybe you cleared out one piece of luggage. And you were like, I
did.
But then the other one was like, nah, son.
I think I worked out more of the emotional, because I definitely feel like stronger and more solid. But the trust, honey, I didn't finish with that one. I didn't finish with that one at all.
That's a hard one.
And it was pointed out to me, and I was like, ooh.
That's a really hard one. It's a really hard one. And also, you've been through a lot.
We have PTSD, girl.
Yeah. Anger, that's a baggage.
Anger is baggage.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have that, but
I had a cargo bag of that bad boy.
Boy.
Were you angry?
I was a rage monster back in the day. I'm real calm now.
Why?
Yeah.
He was just angry at the world.
Everyone
else's fault for everything that's ever gone wrong.
She sprinkled the love dust on you, because Cortnie is optimistic.
Yo, tell me how you feel. How does that make you feel?
I didn't say that.
Wait.
What do you think about that?
Let me tell you, Cortnie is the best, though.
No,
so I was about to. Okay, so I'm gonna tell the plane story. So Jasmine ended up on a different flight. I had to fly by myself to Cali, and I was already scared about it, because to me that was like the longest flight I've ever been by myself. And the night before, the flight was delayed, canceled. The morning I woke up, delayed. So I'm like, oh God,
it was nuts.
What is happening? So I get to the airport by myself. It's in one terminal. It gets switched to a different terminal that I have to take a shuttle to. While on the shuttle, they change it back to the other terminal. So now I'm like, oh God, this flight is the omen.
Final destination.
I'm gonna die. I could die. Is this a sign that I shouldn't get on this flight? Like, I had a meltdown. I call my mom first.
And she's like, you're gonna be all right.
No. She's like, oh no.
Man.
If you feel something strong, don't go. Now, I didn't expect her to say that, so now I'm kind of mentally fucked up. Like, wait.
She was ready to leave at that point.
I kind of was, and she's like, how much are you losing? Maybe you should go home.
Cut your losses.
Say sorry to your friend. Then my father gets on the phone. His advice is the funniest. Well, Melissa, if I had spent the money, I would go. That was that. So I was like, okay. So I got 2 different answers. So I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm literally tearing up. I'm contemplating getting a cab home. So I called Cortnie. Oh my God, no. You know, this is just. Wait, I love it.
I'm glad you put this voice on.
Yeah, no, I have to put the calm, sweet voice. No, this is just God making sure that this is going to be the most comfortable flight. You're going to have a great and easy ride and safe and no turbulence. I was like, oh, all right. You're right. That sounds good.
And then you got taken out of basic.
And bitch, I got on basic and got in comfort. I said, well, shit, this is it. I'm on my way. right.
The Xanax was on deck.
But she sprinkled that dust on me, and I was all right.
Yep.
I was all right.
I'm so glad. Because I know I would be panicking. I'd be calling you if I was in your shoes. Because I have panic attacks on planes.
I hope I would have been good because I might have been, bitch, run. Bitch, go home. The shit might go down.
You'd have been like, have you ever seen Final Destination? Maybe it's a sign.
I would be scared too, girl. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, man. Yeah, so
thanks.
That's funny. You're welcome, boo. I'm glad I could be there for you.
So anger, Yeah,
anger. You had a what did you say? A whole cargo load?
Yo. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was pretty bad.
But did he ever take it out on you?
No, not really. I mean, sometimes, but not like.
Well, at least that. So at least you didn't like really. You had it, but you didn't like.
It was more like
interfere.
Not taking accountability for the things that went wrong in his life.
We don't like that over
and
here.
He would be angry at like other people instead of like taking accountability, that kind of thing.
I'm assuming we worked through some of that baggage.
Oh yeah. One of the things I love.
Long time ago.
One of the things I really love about Babe is that his ability to really change. I have seen tremendous change and growth from him, and it's made me a better person just from watching how he's grown.
Well, I'm sure that you've grown too simultaneously. Absolutely. So you guys are just kind of bouncing.
I can't not change by watching him change. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that's baggage too. And anxiety. We talk about him with the boatload for anger. I have the freaking boatload for anxiety. I'm an anxiety ball. Like, I'm just full of anxiety. All day, every day. It's annoying.
Is that new? That's always been the case.
You know, it's new that I realized it, but I always think I had it from I think I got it when my dad left my house. And I didn't realize it until later on in life. I was like, what is this? You know? And I carry it here in my shoulders, my neck and my shoulders. So I get headaches a lot. And it's just because of the tension in my neck will like
that's why I hold my tension on the upper back shoulder area. But I thought it was my pillow. It could just still be my pillow. It is too, because I had that too, and I got a different pillow and it helps. But I noticed that when I was on vacation, I was chilling, and then when I got back to work, I started getting those headaches again, and I was like, that place gives me headaches too.
That's so sad. That is so sad. Grateful for the money, but mental health is a baggage. A whole suitcase.
Oh no, mental health is something else.
Yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah.
That's especially a cargo. That's a cargo.
That's true.
Yeah. That's the whole bottom of the airplane. But especially if you don't deal with it, if you're not managing it, because we all have our things.
Especially if you don't disclose that information.
Oh God,
and you just fucking go crazy on a person. Yeah.
See, but this is where you got to be a little careful, because sometimes they might not know it.
If they don't know,
they know. They've been told.
Okay.
Whether they want to accept it or not, they've been told.
And if you've been to an institution, you know,
that's true.
Can't really say that you didn't know.
Institution. God, it's a scary place.
But you know, there's all different levels to that. Like that's a whole nother topic we'll have to get into another day. Yeah. Prior marriages.
Wow.
Babe was married
Heard
before.
that from the back.
Yeah, Maya felt that one. Maya felt that one inside.
Yeah. Babe was married before, so I've dealt with the prior baggage. But thankfully it hasn't, you know, been too crazy.
I think it was worse on me.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
Wanted to kill that.
I came in on the tail end of it.
Yeah, you did. You missed all the
Thank God.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people just aren't really ready to deal with all that, because when you're getting into a relationship with somebody, you got to deal with not only your baggage, but their baggage, and it's baggage that they might not even be aware of. So
yeah,
it'll affect you. Yeah, it'll affect you. Let's talk about signs that you're not ready to be in a relationship.
So I had a conversation with someone, and she was telling a story about a guy she's seeing, and she was clear in stating like he was not available, you know, but she has the best time with him. He's so attractive, And I feel like I felt myself in that situation with the guy that I was seeing that was just not. But once I saw that he wasn't available, I got the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm trying to find out who like, on the sidebar.
The older gentleman.
Right. Facts.
He was emotionally. He had emotional baggage. We can touch on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so. But then there was another gentleman that she was seeing who I don't know why she's sleeping on him, because I would have grabbed that up.
Yeah. Shit
together, just great house, great job, ready to commit and settle down, and she just wasn't. And I was like, she ain't ready.
Yeah.
And I said it. I was like, sounds like you're not ready. She was like, no, I'm ready. And I was just like, nah, bitch, you're not. Yeah. Not ready at all. Not ready at all.
She's because you're probably scared too.
Grabbing onto this man that's not available, and you're running from this man that is. And he was gorgeous. I was like, what is wrong with you? Like damn,
girl, throw him my
way.
What
are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. Going for the unavailable man.
She's not ready. I don't know what it is, obviously, because I don't know her like that. So I didn't want to get all in her business. But now the guy I was seeing was just emotionally unavailable. Now, I know that he had been through, and I don't know if he just didn't tell me the whole story or the extent of this situation, but I know that he had a very, a relationship that went bad. And I guess there were regrets that he held and signs that he noticed that he wishes maybe he left sooner. Yeah. You know, he just took the whole situation hard. But so now you're coming to me like, I'm ready, but I want to go really slow and make sure we're a good fit. Yeah. But I'm ready. But I don't want to go fast because of what happened last time. And it was just like, sir.
So that basically sounds like he doesn't trust himself. Because like you don't have to go that crazy.
You don't have to tell me that you want things to happen organically, because obviously if you and I just date and let it flow, it's happening organically. But now you putting a wall up shows that, okay, no, this is not going to be organic, because now I feel like you're going to put your foot down every time we get close because you're traumatized from this relationship that you're clearly not dealing with. Right. Good day.
Bye. Exactly. Good day. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
Good day.
And then also it sounds like you're not ready to take that risk that's involved, because there is risk involved in being in a relationship. And you just, if you, like you said, if it's going to be organic, you just let it flow. And then that's where the risk comes in.
Exactly.
The risk that maybe it doesn't work out. But that's okay, because it's worth that risk. If it's someone that you really feel like you have a good connection with, it's worth taking the risk to see where it goes.
Then there's someone else now that was quick with it. Lock it down. And now I'm like, now I'm a little scared. Yeah. Now I realize that I'm a little scared. Yeah. I'm like, oh, please don't let me like get caught up and you fuck this up immediately. But I have to try to stop. Jasmine always tells me, stop thinking negative. Let it flow. Cut it off. Cut off the negativity, because I'm gonna bring that in. I'm gonna manifest that. Yeah. So I gotta chill. Yeah. So
you gotta look at everyone as a new blank slate.
Like, I know
they are not the last one.
And
that
it's so hard because you pick up on little things. So I had to laugh. So I got a text at 11. And he's like, "Who's texting you at 11?" And I was like, oh, it's Cortnie. He's like, I saw bro written in there. And I was like, oh, that's her husband. That's her husband. It's not. So
you have him titled as bro.
No. He had text bro.
He said bro.
I didn't even know he saw it in my phone. I was just like, whoa.
He had laser vision. It was like. He saw that mess from across the room.
I was like, oh my God.
Who is Chris?
So then later, that's his baggage. Yeah.
Good one,
Maya.
She said that's his baggage.
Maya.
She's right.
And I accept it because we have the same. And so at 1 a.m, I hear him on the phone. And so I get my ass up out of bed. You already know. I get my ass up out of bed, and I'm like, "Oh, you're on the phone?"
Who's
and then
that?
I go, "It was his mom."
At 1 a.m.
Yeah. It was though, because I heard some of the conversation, and I was like, "All right." But when he came back to the room, I still was like, "You want to talk about my 11 o'clock text message?" And he was like, "That was my mother." So I was like, "I'm gonna shut up now."
You just let that go real quick.
I'm gonna shut up now. So now let's go somewhere else with it, on a baggage side. So, I have been talking to a guy, and he was at a show, and we text earlier in the day, and so I wake up in the morning to a text that said, "Just go home. Good night."
Wow.
Right? So I immediately, well, clearly he's meant to send that to another female, and that's that. And then it just happened to align with him kind of stepping back from me a little. And I just, those two combined, I just walked on. Bye. So he reached out not that long ago. And I mentioned it. I was like, "You had sent me a text that said such and such." I figured. And he was just like, "Why would you, why is that what goes to your, why do you think of that?" He was like, "I was out drinking and shit. I left the fucking tea out by mistake. Just got home. Good night." And I was like, "Oh, shit."
Yo, it's that one letter that changes everything.
The whole shit. And I was like, "No, well,
boom.
There's that bag again. There's that bag."
He just left him on red.
Yes.
I'm not even going to respond to this.
I was like, "Oh, well,
My bad.
there it is.
Yeah.
There it is."
Yeah.
I didn't clear that one
damn
fully
spell
out.
check.
Seriously. But it's funny
That's
because,
why I reread my text messages.
well, he was drinking, but young me
True.
would have never thought of that. I would have gotten "just got home," and I would have been like, "Oh, he texted me." But having gone through so many situations with men and cheating and this and lies and this and that, I immediately, this motherfucker's talking to another bitch. This ain't for me.
Talk about just go home.
Always. Yeah, I immediately was like, "Who the fuck he's telling go home?" And I was just like, "All right, well, we done here." That's how quick it is for me.
Shut down.
I felt so
I
stupid,
get it, girl.
but
I know a lot of people get that.
It's kind of crazy. That was.
Yeah. There's more where that came from. I feel bad for a boy. We're gonna see what happens. I'm trying really hard to maintain my sanity.
Just ask him about that text before you flip out.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
I know, right?
It's hard. I be peeking at your phone too, babe. Still, and I
all good.
fully trust you, but I still be
you
like,
got face recognition on my phone.
yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Still be
The
like,
burners at the job.
I want some
Who
face
that?
recognition on
Who
my
that?
man's phone, bitch. Goals.
But you know what I love about you? From the beginning of our relationship, whenever we had text messages come in, you would always ask "Oh, who's that?"
Yeah.
And it kind of became routine that whenever we get text messages, we kind of announce who's texting us, just so there's no misunderstandings. "Oh, my boss just texted me. Yeah. Oh, Anthony just
Probably
texted
a
me."
bad thing, but it's good that it works. It's a bad thing that works for the two of you.
Yeah, I mean,
because you probably shouldn't need to announce
every
it
time,
but it's appreciated.
It is appreciated. I am slightly psycho, but whatever.
Slightly.
It is. Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know, that's why you love me, right?
She pops up on the ghosters. It's not psycho. You want to ghost me? I'm coming to your job.
Yeah.
I'm coming to your job.
Yeah.
Now what? I'm in your face. What you got to say?
She was like, "I regret this."
You can't
immediately.
Ghost her. You
I
can't
will
ghost
never
her.
do that again. Never do that again. Jeez.
Still one of my favorite stories you had.
Yeah, I got played hardcore.
That was really funny though.
Well, that's your baggage.
It is my baggage. I wonder where that comes from. That's another topic.
You were probably all sweet about it. Like, oh my God, I thought something happened to him.
I did, because he was in the army and I thought he got deployed or something.
It really wasn't a baggage cycle thing. I really think she went there like,
no,
is something okay with him?
She was mad about it.
But you know what? That was something I had to learn also, because I'm the type of person that when I feel like something is wrong, I used to like really badger people about it. Like, what's wrong? What's going on?
Used to?
I don't. I can't stand the both of y'all. No. If you think I'm bad now, I used to be worse when I was in like high school and stuff. I used to badger people like, what's the matter? I know something's wrong. Just tell me what's wrong. What's wrong? Like, nobody likes that. Like, that's not fun. So.
And yet you continued.
I don't. Whatever. Y'all making me look bad. Whatever. Back to the reasons or the signs why you're not ready to be in a relationship. Falling into a cycle of dating the same type of guy. Y'all already know my story. I was dating the same type of dude every single time. It was the same exact person, just like different face. And I feel like after I was in my long-term relationship, I broke up with that person and I felt like I had to replace him right away. Like I needed to replace and fill that void.
I used to do that. It used to help me not deal with the emotions of that, even though I still had to deal with it. Yeah. Because I would still secretly kind of cry about the other dude, but I would have that distraction. Yeah. It was just for distraction purposes.
Yeah. I needed to feel like, I don't know, the affection, the attention or whatever. And settling for less than what you deserve is part of that too. Because I knew that these dudes weren't really what I was looking for, but I would settle for it anyway in hopes that it would get better.
We all do
just because I just wanted somebody there.
Oh, we've all definitely done that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, he'll eventually realize he just needs
time.
Time.
Don't choke.
I was like... I almost yacked on the mic real quick. I think it's a combination of ginger tea and wine. I don't think that was a safe combination.
You'll find out later.
Bathroom's that way.
Oh God. Oh.
Do we need to take a break?
It got there. Did
it really?
I'm okay. Yeah, it got there. Maya saw it. Maya was like, "You about to yak?"
There would have to be an edit point.
I was. I hope I crossed my legs okay on the camera.
I don't think it catches that low.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good.
We good.
I'm not good with a skirt. What was I saying? Oh no.
Dating the same type of guy we were talking about?
We were.
God, it's hot down here.
It's so hot. Okay. Same type
Going
of guy.
back to exes.
Okay.
Familiar territory. I know people who do that a lot.
If I don't recycle... I'm the recycle queen, and I hate myself for it. It's like they all know me. Yeah. They be like, I'm going to linger because I know that eventually she's going to crack. These men will linger for years. And I'm like, who has this time? They do. They have this time.
Does you feel like it's kind of a comfort zone, though? Because you don't have to go through that whole process of getting to know that other person.
That's why I'm so grateful for my ex. Yeah. Then when he made me change my number, I lost like 4 of them. Praise God. Definitely gained like 3 more. But we've been working on it. We've been working on it.
I'm a big fan of not going backwards. I wasn't always, though.
It's easier.
I used to always go back to this one dude every single time. It was horrible.
Why?
He was like my fallback.
I'm like her. Why did you go back?
Because I was dickmatized.
Oh, well.
Sorry, babe.
Those will get you every time. We call those devil dicks.
Yo, he had one.
They get you
for sure had one.
He knows he has one. Those are the lingerers.
He knew it.
Those are the lingerers. Yeah. They know eventually you're going to be like, I'm lonely. I haven't had any in a while. Yeah. They be like, bing. Devil D in the phone.
It was horrible.
Devil D in the phone.
And you know what was messed up about him? Whenever he knew that I was in like a relationship or dating somebody, he would come on stronger. He would see me and he would try to like lure me in.
Oh, he's really the devil.
Yeah, he was bad. Oh God, he brought me to depths. Depths.
Ew.
Yeah, ew.
Come harder when I'm not with somebody.
That was like a 3-year struggle.
He did that for himself. He was on some. I want to see that I got her like that.
That's basically it. Yeah.
He was that one that was like, "Is it mine?" There's always one dude that out there is gonna ask you while you're having sex, "Is it mine?"
They
and then
still
you're
do
the
that.
Stupid chick that's like, "Yes."
They still do that. They didn't used to. They still do it right now, like yesterday.
It's so glad you're not like that.
Tomorrow.
No.
Our relationship would have been over immediately.
Yeah.
Is it mine? Get out of here. Imagine we turned around and been like, "Is it mine?" And they'd be like, "What? Huh?
Okay.
I gotta go."
I was asked that recently.
You were.
And I said it was mine. Whose is it? Mine, motherfucker, mine.
This belongs to Melissa Torres.
God, we're not playing this game again. I had a foul in that party before.
That's so juvenile too. Like I feel like that's mad like college. Like why are you asking whose is it? Get out of here. Whose is it? Does that make a guy feel better? Like have you ever done that in your past, babe?
No.
What is that?
Sure?
What is that?
Not even like young.
I don't
Like
need
in
the
your
ego.
pimp days when he was just like,
I don't need the ego boost. That's what that is.
So that's what that is.
Yeah.
It makes them feel better, even though they know it's a lie.
Oh, I like the way you said that. Make you feel better. She was mad Spanish
heard
with
that,
that.
right?
It's your fault.
Make you feel better.
Oh man. God, the stupid stuff we do when we're young.
I used to always say, "It's yours. It's yours." I'm done. It's mine. It's mine. Don't ask me again.
I'm loaning it out to you.
Don't
for
ask
the
me
moment.
again.
Oh, we already talked about dating unavailable people. Yeah. Why do you think people are not ready to be in a relationship? Like, what is it about being in a relationship?
When it comes to the men that I've encountered, it's all the same thing. They are not over whatever happened in their previous relationship. That's been the case in almost every single one.
I wonder why it's so hard.
I feel like it's an ego and pride thing.
That's true. That's true. Especially if it deals with like someone cheating on them. It's like you gotta process that like I wasn't good enough. Or like whatever you thought.
It makes you not trust other women, or it makes you just not want to be vulnerable like that. So then you turn into the asshole.
Yeah.
That doesn't want to be locked down, but then you want to act like you're somebody's man. I don't have time. I'm getting agitated. I don't have time for this shit. I'm getting so mad. I'm getting flashes of people's faces. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you.
I also think a lot of people are not ready to get into a relationship because of all that it entails. Like there's a lot that goes into being in a really successful relationship. Like it's not just you like somebody and you guys are together and it's all rainbows after that. Like you have to be accountable for yourself. You know, you got to be vulnerable, because if you're not vulnerable, how are you really going to get to connect with somebody on a deeper level? You know, there's a lot that goes into it. You gotta work. You gotta like compromise. There's things that you want. There's things that they want, but they're not gonna want the same thing you want all the time. So you gotta meet in the middle.
Sounds so shitty.
Some people
sounds like a shitty situation.
But I mean, you gotta find people who are mostly aligned with the things that you want too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's those little idiosyncrasies that like.
I love when she says that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Say it again.
I didn't say it right. I feel like I stumbled over it. The I word. Yeah, but there's a lot that goes into it. You know, you got to adapt to life's twists and turns. You know, there's things that happen. People, I said this before, you know, you got to deal with mourning people if someone close to you dies. Kids, they're thrown into the mix. So there's a lot that you got to be able to adapt with the person that you're with. You know, and how do you handle hard times? That's a big deal, because some people just can't deal. Some people run.
Shut down.
Yeah.
And then just like requires so much space that you just don't know what's happening, and then it just fuck up the whole relationship.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can probably get on his mic if you want.
Yeah, let's hear from Maya.
Yes, girl.
Maya, welcome to the common room.
I just wanted to say that people have a tendency to treat others the way that they want to be treated, and the other person might not need that. Like, if I lost someone in my life, I might need a lot of attention and a lot of love and a lot of comfort, and the other person might not need that. But my tendency would be to show that person what I would want.
Oh, and that's such a good point.
You just don't know. You really have to be in tune with the person and communicate to know what they need.
Yes. Yes. Maya, right, that is Maya. A great point.
Right, Maya, from behind the bar.
Yes.
Thanks, girl.
Maya, everyone. There was something I saw. There was like a TV show or something that spoke to that point. And I can't remember what it was. Like, there was a guy that was so desperately trying to like do all these things for their woman to impress them and to make them happy, and the woman was like, but I don't want this. I told you I don't want this. Like, this is what I like. If you would just listen to what I want and what I need, then you would do the right thing. So that's true. That's so very true. Oh man,
people don't listen.
No,
people don't listen. People are some people are just very selfish.
Yeah.
And that's baggage that a girlfriend of mine talked about, how it's always, the guy was always just like, but you're not, I need this and I want this and I need this from you and I want this from you, but
yeah.
Okay, motherfucker, but what about what I want?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they had broken up, and she said every reason why they broke up. And he's still out here crying and playing the victim. I need this from you. I need this from you. And she's like, you clearly don't care what I need, because you couldn't do what I said to keep this going.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, that's a baggage thing as well.
It is.
That's selfishness.
It is. You cannot be selfish in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because there's going to come times where your partner is going to need you more, and you're going to have to put your needs on the back burner for a little while. And that's okay, as long as it's not a sustained thing for like a very, very long time where you're neglecting yourself, you know. But there are times when like they're really going to need you to step up and step in and just support, you know, and understand that like, I'm not giving you the support that you need right now only because I'm dealing with something and I need your support, you know. And then they'll turn around and do the same thing for you when you need it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you know you have a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Because if it's one-sided,
you
do that for them and they don't give that back to you, then you know you got to leave.
There's nothing worse than someone sucking the life out of you.
Girl.
There's nothing worse than running on E, trying to please or help someone. Like, you can only help someone so much.
Yeah.
You have to know when to stop
and
not feel guilty about it.
Right.
That shit is crazy.
How do you know?
When you're ragged, when you're on E, when you feel yourself like you're stressed, you're anxious, you can't sleep constantly, you're always more concerned about the other person than what's going on with you. You need to leave that there.
Yeah.
And tend to yourself.
Yeah.
And come back if you can.
Yeah.
I couldn't come back. But that's another topic.
What do you mean you couldn't come back?
When he put me on E, I couldn't come back. Yeah. There was no coming back.
Yeah, the resources were depleted at that point.
That's crazy.
That's too much. Next week.
It is
next week. We're talking about that. Also, if you're not ready to be in a relationship, that's okay. You talked about, I think in maybe episode 1 or 2, how there's like pressure that people put on other people. Like your parents may put on you to be in a relationship, but like there's nothing saying that you have to be in a relationship. If you feel right now at this point in your life, you don't want to be in a relationship, then don't be. That means that this is the time that you're supposed to spend with yourself, getting to know yourself and what you really want, getting to understand what truly makes you happy. Do that, because that's only going to set you up for a more successful relationship in the future. It's going to set you up for choosing the right person that's going to want the same things that you want.
I feel like it's the gift and the curse because I've been, I feel like I am so much happier by myself. I don't have to.
You don't have to do with anybody's shit.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't have to be concerned with what you feel, what you want.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
And that's okay.
But that's the scary part.
Why is it scary.
Because any slight inconvenience and I want to leave. Because I don't need this shit.
Is it because of that or because of what it means?
Because I don't fucking need it.
What do you mean what it means?
That's why. Because now you're inconveniencing me and I'm looking at you like, ugh, are you worth this? Because I don't need it.
Is it really because I get the part about sometimes it's cool to be alone because everybody had that. But in a constant flow, is it because that's what you truly want, or you kind of worried or fearful of what that relationship means? Because it's no longer just you being yourself, it's you and somebody else, but there's also feelings involved that you don't have to deal with on your own. Damn.
She's over here fanning herself with the coaster.
I smacked the shit out of the mic.
I heard
I'm
that.
sorry. I don't get this second. I don't get the ending. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm not following.
Is it that you prefer to be alone, or is it's safer to be alone? Paused. That's it.
No. I'm trying. I don't want to just speak. Like I want to think about it. I want to process
processing.
it.
That's a good question. It's safer. Because then that goes back to the point that I was talking about. There's risk involved in every relationship.
You know what? I'm not going to say it's a safer situation because I feel like when I feel something, I'm all in. I'm all in. Like I will head first. But when I have reservations because of little things that I'm seeing, then I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm going to flow with this. But as soon as you do something that is out of line, I'm good because I don't need this shit. But I have to really, really feel you.
See, but that's the thing.
Has that happened?
Yeah, there's certain people that I felt that I would have jumped head first, but it just didn't align the way that I would have liked it to. You know what I'm saying? Different spaces and stuff, but you know, we shall see. I might have some also PTSD from.
That's what I'm saying.
The last one, but I don't think it's to the point that I'm closed off and not available. I'm very much available, but you have to be very much. I have to really feel it. I have to really feel it.
Sometimes you just trigger happy.
What does that mean?
You're quick to cut.
Well, yeah. Oh, quick to cut. Yes and no.
PTSD. Yeah.
Yes and no though, because I feel like
Babe
I'm
over
not
there asking the tough
I don't
questions.
think that but I don't think I'm cutting like for very minor things. Do you think that I cut people for very minor things? I think that there's some real shit when I cut.
No, but I think that you're choosing people that.
What'd you say?
I said that's me, minor shit.
Maya said that's her. That's what she does. But no, I don't think that it's minor, but I also think that you know the type of person that you're getting involved with when you get involved.
And so I should cut sooner. You're telling me not to get involved altogether.
I think you're choosing certain people that aren't ready to be in a relationship.
You think I'm choosing them?
Yes.
Because it's safe.
Interesting.
You know what you got already, so ain't nothing surprising you.
I don't know choosing. I guess attracting. So I'm not choosing. I'm attracting them though.
Yeah, but you're still choosing to entertain them and share your time with them. So.
Remember, you said it yourself, they're recyclable.
Not all of them. Not all of them were recycled. Not all of them were recycled.
Some of them,
but
I think that there's something in you that you know, but you're not following it. Your face gets the same way whenever I say this stuff.
I'm thinking. I'm processing. Speak on. Speak on.
There's something that you know,
Uh-huh.
but you're not following that knowledge.
Uh-huh.
For whatever reason.
I think you're fully aware. You're a smart woman. You're fully aware. You just don't want to be by yourself at times, and so you let people fill that space that aren't worthy of you.
That was deep.
Can you say that again on the mic? No. I was gonna repeat it, but the way you said it was really nice.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I think I said that Melissa is a smart woman. She's fully aware of what's coming around her, but because she doesn't want to be alone, she allows them in to fill that space just in the meantime.
Yep. There it is. There it is.
I cannot argue with this statement. I cannot argue. I hate you and stop dancing.
What? I like revelations.
Stop dancing. It's really not a revelation because I'm mad that I know this shit.
Exactly.
And I just haven't been doing it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But knowing and doing are two different things.
They really are.
It's not as easy to execute what you know.
They really are. Because like I said, these motherfuckers know when you get a little lonely and the phone be blowing up and you'll have that one moment where it's like...
The devil will test you regularly.
Motherfucker gets me regularly too. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. That's why I keep telling you I gotta change my number, but I don't want the inconvenience of doing that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, message. Heard. Received. Thanks, girl.
Also, too, I think a lot of people feel like they have to be whole when they go into a relationship. And that's not the case. Like, we're all broken in some aspect, in some form or another. And you can be like working on yourself and get into a relationship with someone else who's working on themselves, because you're always going to be working on yourself. It's a constant thing that you do throughout your life. So find somebody that you can work on yourselves together. Find someone who's going to strengthen you, who's going to make you a better person, and that you can do the same for them. You know, not someone who's going to tear you down. Or I think I said this before. Y'all know what I'm saying. But it's worth taking that time to be by yourself. Man. It's worth it. It's hard. Look, I was alone for a year. She was like a solid year. I was alone. No. I was fully alone with no man, not messing with anyone.
I did a year
for a full year. No sex, nothing.
But you know what? I was healing. No one wants to count that year and a half for me. They were like, no, different. You were healing. Well, bitch, different. It's the same thing.
No. You
I didn't rebound.
After what you went through, you had to do that.
It still counts.
It does count.
No one wants to count it. Everybody was like, nah, that don't count.
It partially counts.
See, she don't want to count it.
Yeah, because you weren't thinking about men. You know what I'm saying? You were thinking about yourself and what you needed to do to heal. And then after that,
still counts.
Inner reflection.
Inner reflection, yeah.
Still counts.
It counts. It definitely counts. Can't
stand you.
Yeah. Take a moment. Just take a breath. Just be with yourself. Enjoy your own company and get to know yourself, because how is someone else going to get to know you or like enjoy your own company if you can't even enjoy your own? So another thing I probably already said, sorry, broken record on this podcast, but it's a message that needs to get out there. Yeah. Don't rush, guys. It's really worth it when you take the time to invest in yourself and look for the right partner. It's affirmation time.
Bing, bing. We need to get that
We
together.
should have Maya sing it. She could actually sing.
There you go. We got to put a beat on it.
On a loop. That way we can just play her.
All right. Affirmation for the week. I let go of past relationships with love and clear my spirit of chains to the past to make way for new love to enter my life.
That was perfect for this
I know.
topic. That was
I
perfect. Look at my girl on it. Hey, on it. All right, guys. Thanks for being with us on episode 22. If you want to talk to us, get advice from us like we mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, please give us a call. Still not ready. You can DM us on Instagram. You can also send us messages on Facebook. Like, nobody really talks to us on Facebook. Oh, our phone number is 929-260-0268. Again, that's 929-260-0268. Thank you, Mel. If you guys want to leave us a message, we'd love to hear from you guys. It's so nice to put like a voice with like the listeners, because we get some messages on Instagram sometimes. So it's nice to put the voice with the people. We haven't been hearing from too many people lately. Thanks to my cousin Cecily, because she always DMs us every podcast. We love it. We love it. We love it. Don't stop. So again, if you want to support us, if you really like us, tell somebody about us. That's the best way to support us. Comment on our YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to whatever streaming platform that you listen to us on, and also give us a 5-star rating. We really appreciate it. If you want to email us, it's thecommonwomanpodcast@gmail.com. We're also on Twitter @commonwomanpod. And the Common Woman Podcast is our IG page. Yeah, so that's the spiel.
That was a mouthful.
That is the spiel. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.